Yeah, doing man 7 for 20 TV, man. How am I think it's a podcast? I'm gonna shout out Kwame Brown, man. So let me come up on this platform, man, expressing my opinion, man. And for networking, man. So let y'all see that black men can come together. He will be on the platform soon. We will have a Kwame Brown interview coming exclusively on the How Am I Think podcast platform. Stay tuned. We'll let you know when it's gonna happen.
What is it? 7 4 20 TV. Appreciate your patience, bro. What you got for us?
No problem, bro. No problem, bro. It's Saturday, like you said. I don't got nothing to do, man. Super Bowl until tomorrow, anyway. But I
Yeah,
remember
man.
last time I came on your platform. I was telling you about the whole. I feel like the internet apps are raising people. Whoa, are you familiar with the party line? Like back in the day, like the party line, you call in. It's like a bunch of people from different places talking and meeting up and all that. You ever heard of that? Hold on, I can't.
My bad. Tell me what it is. No, I don't remember that.
Okay. Nah, it's like kind of like it's like a I say it's an older version of like Clubhouse. It's like people call it from everywhere. Anyway, so Clubhouse, I was on there earlier. Listen, I did a live earlier, and let everybody see like why I feel like the men on there or what the kids are running to. I'm gonna tell you something I heard on there, which was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life, and now I see why people follow who they follow and do what they do. Like the go along, get along game, Kwame. This is what he said. He said the problem in the hood is that people like to steal. He said the problem in the hood is people like to steal. Y'all shouldn't steal. Y'all want to steal something, go steal a life.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, a grown man telling kids
Hold
that
on. Say that one more time. God. That's
he
why I'm
said,
confused.
yeah,
What
bro.
you say?
He said the problem in the hood is that black people we steal from each other too much. If we want to steal something, we need to steal a life. Go steal a
From
life.
who?
I don't know. Like it's a bunch of people in there. You don't know who. It's a bunch of his pictures. Like you
So
don't really know who.
what color you talking about?
Black. He said the black community problem is we steal too much, and if we want to steal, we need to start stealing lives. I said that'd be the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that sounds retarded, bro.
And
I'm
this,
sorry
this is
about the
what the
R
kids
word.
follow.
we got
The kids are
no.
following this. These clubhouses, these YouTube, like they look up to these like they're trying to make it so it's so virtual reality now where they're merging the streets with the regular people to the point where kids are like literally thinking that you can game is like life ain't a game, but there's no reset. There's no start over, there's no do overs, but they out here making
Now,
us feel like grown men. I'm
hey,
feeling quite like,
7420, can I ask you a question, man?
mm,
If you don't mind. I'm not trying to interrupt your dialogue. I
no,
just
you
want to
know,
ask.
you fine.
No, my thing is have you or you known anybody ever taken somebody's life? Just asking. I'm not trying to delve into your shit, but just asking.
Yeah, I have.
Do you know how hard it is to live with that, bro? So for anybody to advise somebody to do something like that is an enemy. You never want to do that, man. Ever. I'm telling you, look at me, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to do that. Ever, because you got to live with it. Just me.
Oh no,
All
no, bro,
right,
no,
Seven.
you
I'm
good.
sorry, man. I'm sorry, Seven. I'm
No,
So
no,
listen,
no,
man.
no. We
I was
need
raised by
like you
older.
to say stuff like that because you're combat trained and you had a job and you were trained to do this, and you're still saying that this is not something that you want to do. You got to live with the memories of doing that.
Kwame. I have
You
not
don't
forgiven
understand.
myself ever, and I won't. I
Yeah.
won't, bro. I won't.
So let there be no.
And then there's a lot of combat trained military personnel that will tell you the same thing. They just don't talk about it. I'm talking about it with you because I've been following your content and you my mans in them. And that's the only reason why I'm sharing it with you is because, man, Kwame, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. That 20 years being cool until you wasn't cool no more, man, that shit made me feel great. That made me feel great, bro. That made me when you finally said, you know what? Fuck these motherfuckers. I was like, my man's in them.
Yeah.
So I'm done. Seven, go ahead. I
The
apologize.
thing is, the thing is, I just look at these guys and I look at what they admire, and I actually know them. I actually know what they do for a job. I know how they talk around white men. I know what they do for a contract. Like in real life, me and you ain't the same. No matter how you try to sway the narrative for the public, I don't have noodle knees. There's no level of success I'll bend for. None. And I know men for the right, they'll give their wife away, they'll give themselves away. Like that song, Give Myself Away. They'll give their kids away. And I would never do that. There's
In
not a
other
level of
words, what you
you would
saying is
think
what
about
I
none of
said when I went special forces, bro. Ain't no holding me nowhere.
that. Yeah,
They ain't no holding me nowhere. Dig deep, nigga. There
yeah.
ain't no holding me nowhere. You want some of this? Come on, man. I'll give you some. And that's the reason why I said 20 years. Man, you way better than me. Shit. I wouldn't have lasted
Hey,
20
look,
days.
my brother said the same thing. He talking about my brother sitting right over here snoring in the background every now and again. He said, "Boy, you got a temperament I ain't never seen before. I don't." He's like, I can't do what you do. I don't know how you do this shit. You know
Bro,
what I
when I was
told
in
him?
the military,
I do what you do.
I have burned down villages for less.
Yeah.
Then I'll leave it at that. Seven, my bad, man. I know I interrupted you. Please
Listen,
keep going, man, because you sharing knowledge. All right,
listen. I
bro.
was raised by older people, my grandma, my grandpa, and my great grandma. So I listen. I sit back. I know how to shut up and listen, man. But nah, real quick, and then like I put in the private chat, like my aunt always told me, man. I remember when I was younger, I used to hate when I heard this. Man don't work, man don't eat. I used to hate that when I was younger. Like when I
Mhm.
asked for something, man don't work, man don't eat. Shit, give it to me, but man don't work, man don't eat. And that,
Fact.
I'm
Oh,
saying like
they
that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
That's under how the guidance I was raised. What I see
Fact.
now, like I said, it's like they are like appalled, like they look up to these grown men, these you like 50 years old gang banging, got these people thinking it's cool, that it's cool to be in gang. No, man, go to like, what happened to being a nerd, man? What happened to having like I told you, comment I think a long time ago when I was in school, man. I took home ec because that's where the women was. A lot of women in home ec. I
I
took
took
no
I
home. They
had
shit.
made me
computers
take
No
home ec.
shit.
That was the best decision ever, boy. Cause look here,
Yes,
what younger
sir.
girl than me?
in home ec, right, bro? With the
Shit.
sewing and cooking, I took that. I took. We have so many trades, man. I took computer classes. I
Yeah.
had banking. I know how to write a check. I know how to fill out money orders, like cursive writing. Like when that went away, and it's like I slowly seen it. I slowly seen it. I slowly seen it happening.
Mhm.
I slowly
Mhm.
seen it, and now it's like to the point where not just the kids are lost. You got the grown adults that's lost. They don't
Right.
know who to look up to.
Yeah, but you know what you do? You just
This is
teach
my
it.
best class
And
ever.
no, because my daughter know how to cursive write, even though they don't do it in school. You know how she know how to do it? Because I taught her.
Man, that's
Just
crazy,
because
man.
they take it out of school don't mean that it needs to be taken out your home,
Right.
bro.
No, no.
That's all I meant by
Now,
that.
no, that's facts. And the last thing I'm gonna say, I feel like too, and I might get criticized for this. I feel like the grandparents are becoming too young and becoming younger and younger. And I think that's the problem. Another problem we have it where they're not older anymore with the knowledge. They're younger. They got grandparents that's 40 some years old.
Mm-hmm.
Grandparents.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate the blaming tactics.
This joker here crazy.
No, I'm just saying like it's when people want to put you because when you want to talk about the community, you got to talk about everything.
But
You
you know
can't just
what
say
though?
one thing.
It's hard to blame these young kids when you have adults coercing them into sex. You have adults saying that it's bad for teenagers to be pregnant, and then you have a show that says teen pregnancy, and
Yo,
you're
15 and
parading
pregnant,
these
man.
kids around and man, it's a great thing when they don't understand that you're gonna lose out on something to have this kid. And if you don't lose out on something, then some of your parents are gonna lose out on something gonna have to take responsibility for this kid. So to put it on a show like this is a great thing and that this is a blessing, it is not. It is the wrong timing. Timing is everything. So you don't tell a young lady and coerce them with baby doll, make them think that yeah, this baby doll can pee in a diaper and whine and the batteries can go dead and then that baby will stop. In real life, the batteries don't go dead.
No, they cry.
Yeah, the batteries don't go dead. When they got colic, when they constipated, they got a
Mm,
toothache. The boy, look at here, and you see what some of these younger women that the brain is undeveloped because we all have men and women as children under 25. We don't have a developed brain. You're forcing a 16, 17-year-old kid to make a decision. What do these kids say? I just wanted it to stop crying. I threw it in the dumpster because it was crying.
Yep.
I tried to flush
Teenagers.
the baby down the toilet because it was crying. Because you done
Hmm.
told it was a game. Like
And
you
you
done
know
told
what,
this kid like that's not
Kwame,
cool.
it doesn't change, man. It doesn't
Yeah.
change. I got a 9-year-old, bro. Like literally yesterday, just yesterday, I'm upstairs. I'm asleep. Got to go to work in the morning. Blah blah blah.
Hmm.
And I woke up and her ass was in the bed next to me. I didn't notice that she came in the room. I didn't
Hmm.
notice that she climbed in the bed. I did not
Hmm.
notice that she was in the room with me until I woke up and she was laying next to me. And I was like, baby, you okay? She was
Hmm.
like, Daddy, you just warmer than my room.
Hmm.
Baby's always like that, bro.
Hmm.
Little girls, especially, come on, Kwame, you know how your little girl is. They
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
I get mama on them until she tell me what game she playing, then I'm on 'em.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, when it come to their daddies, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Oh
When
yeah.
it comes to
Hey,
their
listen,
daddies, little girls is on some
yeah,
more shit.
yeah,
For lack of a better way to stress it, they on some
yeah,
more shit.
yeah. How you doing, young lady? Miss Evans, what is it? How do you pronounce it?
Evangela.
Evangela. I'm sorry, I didn't want to butcher your name.
It's okay. How you doing, Kwame?
I'm doing amazing.
Good. Salute to you and Scrooge. It's good to see you guys. I just wanted to say a couple things. I've been going. I have 3 children, like I said before, and my oldest is 20, right?
Hmm.
And she took it upon herself, who wanted to be independent, and she decided last year to just kind of move out on her own, right?
Hmm.
And so, everybody was like, "Why you let her move out? Why you can't?" Okay, so what I'm telling them is, how am I to stop her? You
Right.
understand? She's an adult. She decided at some point that she was ready to move out. All I can do is sit there. I gave her the wings. I taught her how to fly. I got to
Hmm.
see if she wants to leave the nest and use those wings, right?
Facts.
See, the short of it, as a year gone by, it's been some ups and downs, but what she realized was adulthood is harder than it looks, you know. And so I've always been a common sense kind of mom. I'm
Hmm.
into teaching you, right from wrong, respect, um, decency, courtesy, those types of things, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so my daughter calls me the other day, Kwame. Here it is. She said, "Mama, I think I'm gonna come home because I think I want to try to go in another direction." Now, mind you, she's a trained welder. Okay,
Hmm.
she went to school to for
I got a
welding.
sister like that.
Salute her.
I thought about you too, sir, Mr. Joy P. Salute to you, Mr. Joy P. How you doing?
Thank
Um,
you, man.
my daughter is a trained welder, but she didn't go into it, right? So I say, well, baby, if you don't want to do that, what is it you want to do? Because I'm gonna support my daughter. I don't care, good, bad, wrong, indifferent, or not. If
All day as always.
Right. And so, there's been times where she's called me where she's in a jam, people trying to jump on her or whatever, whatnot. I don't ask 2 questions. What did you do? Why are they trying to jump on you? No, sir. I'm doing 75 on back roads trying to get to her. We gonna
Baby, the
handle that.
conversation is always
Right. We
after
gonna
the fact.
we gonna handle that, right? And
Hmm.
then on the other side, we gonna sit down and rap about it. Well, what was your role in this? And then if she's wrong, I'm the type of mama to tell her you was dead wrong. You
Right.
understand? You don't engage in that way. And see, the
Right.
thing about that is people don't do that with their children anymore. That's
Hmm.
your job as a parent to tell your children when they're engaging in the proper manner and when they're not.
Right.
Okay? Now I'm gonna support you regardless. I'm right there. I'm gonna be in the fight with you. You dead wrong. They're gonna get off you.
Yeah, but
But
they get checked.
exactly. Exactly, Mr. Joy P. It's all about accountability. You have to teach
Right.
your children to hold themselves accountable.
Right.
Okay? Because if you hadn't have done
Hey,
X, Y,
Kwame, man, I got a FedEx coming in, man. Can I walk
All right.
away for a minute?
Okay, brother.
Thank
I'll go
you.
ahead and remove it. But listen, I want to say I commend you for that because a lot of parents they overparent, and you don't want to get into a position where your daughter makes it about a fight between you. And
oh,
so that was the perfect way to handle it. You gave her guidance. She's an adult now, so if you teach your child the ways, she'll come back to that guidance and that help. And
exactly.
everything you did was the way you're supposed to do it. Don't overparent your kids.
No, no.
Kids are going to make mistakes. They're going to do whatever. She might have reached an age in her life that she respects you enough that she's going to move out, do it on her own, and try it on her own. And hey, the way you handle it to me was perfect. So,
Well, it was a shocker. I thought she was going, my idea was for her to stay here, get her a job, you know, and stack her money up to save it up, and we can go through a first-time home buyer program.
Listen what you just said. Listen what you said. You said it was your ideal.
That's exactly right. But that wasn't her idea, which is why I have to respect her decision, because that's what I teach her. Every day you making a series of decisions all day long.
Great job, Mom. That is a great job.
And
because that's what they need. We all need that. Like when I was young and when I was 18, 19, I thought I was ready. I've been in a role helping with adult stuff. You know, sometimes we grow up and be a part of things that we shouldn't. 14, I'm helping paying bills and things of that nature. So
I did the same thing.
Yeah, so it made me think, oh shoot, I'm ready for this. Not knowing I'm only helping with 1 or 2 bills. I don't know nothing. I gotta see it for myself though. And if you get in the way of me seeing it for myself, then hey, I'm not learning anything. So I gotta touch the stove one time to see that fire hot. You telling me that still gonna make me touch it sometime.
Daddy said life experience is the best teacher, Kwame. Experience is the best teacher. And so that's what I can't hinder you. I'm not gonna arrest your development on my ideas.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to come to those conclusions on your own through your own life experience. And so whenever she got into a jam over this year, hey Kwame, I never came down on her because I've been 19 and 20. I know what that's like. You haven't had enough life experience to really understand how to maneuver. But this is what I wanted to point out. She had got into something, I got her out. She called me, she go, Mama, you know, why didn't you just explain to me X, Y to the Z? Why you just, I said, daughter, let me explain to you. Have there ever been a time when you called me and I didn't support you and I wasn't right there for you? Have you ever called me and I came down on you for any type of mistakes you may have made? I understand you haven't had enough life experience and you think you know everything, but life will teach you and it'll teach you swiftly. It's a wheel. It's like a merry-go-round. I'm gonna leave you at this. My dad taught me this, and this is for anybody. And I've used this as a moral compass on how to engage in life. It's like a merry-go-round. What you put on that merry-go-round, it's gonna come right on back to you. You understand? So you should always try to put positive, good-natured, you know, things on that wheel if you want those things to come back to you. And now sometimes that wheel, when you put good on it, it's gonna go slow. It's gonna slow down. You understand? It ain't gonna go around fast when you put good on it. But you put something negative and bad on that wheel, that thing gonna speed up and smack you just as fast as you put it on there. Right or wrong?
That was facts. That's a cold bar. I respect it because you didn't get in conflict with your daughter just to teach her something. And a lot of times we parent our kids with that fear of the mistakes that we made. I was 19 when I had a kid early, or I was 18 when I had my first child. So because I don't want my child to make that same mistake, I'm going to parent her like the mistakes I made. And that it don't really work like that.
No, because we all live individual lives. We all live individual lives. I brought you here. My job was to try to rear you up with some values, some morals, and instill ethics in you. You're supposed to take that at that time when it's time for you to leave the nest. You're supposed to take those things with you and see how well they work for you. I can't live your life. The choices I made, I had to deal with the consequences of those choices. Just like whatever decisions you make, so will you. So at the end of the day, our job is to try to rear them up in the best way possible. Do what you be supportive. You know, it's a lot of mother-daughter conflict relationships. I refuse to even accept that. You're my daughter, love.
Right.
You understand me? I don't want nothing ill for you. Everything I want for you is in love. I want you to be successful. I want you to be way better than I was. You understand? So why would I come down on you for a simple mistake? That's what happened.
You know what? You know what's crazy that you said that, not to cut you off. I've dated women that they don't get along with their mother at all.
I know. That is real life, because a lot of times the mothers have a spirit that's not settled, and it's never been settled. And without that settling of your spirit, how you gonna give the calm, cool support to a daughter? You understand what I'm saying? A lot of women carry baggage. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that baggage is never unpacked.
Yeah.
And so they can't guide properly. I had a great father. I had a father in the home. He was a drunk. I'm gonna just be honest with you. My dad was an alcoholic, but he was a loving alcoholic. And he was one of the smartest people I have ever met in my life. You understand me? 8th grade education, Kwame, 8th grade. My dad was one of the calmest, coolest dudes you'll ever meet in your life. And he gave me so many nuggets that I lived my life by, that I pass on to my children. Stuff like mind your own business. How about
Right. I heard, but that ain't your business.
that?
But mom, that ain't your business.
Talk
Yeah.
about
If you mind your business, you'll make your life go a whole lot easier. I heard that a lot.
that ain't your business. What business of that is yours? Why don't you put your time and effort into your business to see how that works for you? You understand?
Bingo.
You see what I'm saying? And see, this is my last point, and I know I said that before. This is what I want. I've been putting in the chat. We the people collective, okay?
Yeah.
Because we understand that our men and our women haven't really learned how to come together. I had a husband when I met him. I was a working single woman. That man told me, "I'm gonna show you how a man is supposed to treat a woman."
Facts.
I was in the house. Do you understand me? I fought this man. He was like, "No, the kids need somebody in the home. They gonna pay me more. I'm a man. They gonna pay me more." I know a lot of y'all ain't agree with me. I'm just telling you my life experience, so you feel how you want to feel about it. That's personal. So I had a college degree. There was no way I'm gonna just sit in the house. What do you mean? Somehow it happened, Kwame. And when I tell you that man, I never wanted for nothing. He worked every day tirelessly for my children and his family. And that's what drove him. He became I watched the man evolve, being that type of man that would provide and make provisions and secure and protect us. That's what we as women sometimes do. And not all women, I'm just generalizing here because of my situation. Sometimes it takes you just to be a support system to a man. Let him take the role. Trust him. Give him the opportunity. You understand? And
trust
I know
is the key word, because it took a lot of trust for you. Because you know what you hear in the media, you know what you hear everywhere else. You're stupid, girl. You got to have your own, and this and that. He gonna dog you out. Da, da, da. The media almost like brainwash you not to trust your man.
Even your family members, even your parents, your mama, your aunties, they'll say, "Girl, you can't. Don't depend on no man. Me and fickle. They'll do this and they did."
But the sad part about it is, if you don't trust us, that's what's gonna make us fickle.
There you go. And that's what I proved. That's what I proved, Kwame. And I'm sharing this to let women know you're not a man. Okay, I had young women to tell me I'm more of a man than he is. No, ma'am. I need you to be. And these are young ladies. These are young ladies that's talking to me. "Oh, I'm more the man in this relationship." No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You got it backwards. Your job is to try to uplift this young brother, show him what you know, he show you what he know, and let him assume the leader role. Just give him an opportunity.
Right.
Give it
If you're trying to play my role, if I'm the center and you trying to play the center, they don't need me. I'm going to another team.
Hey, I was the number 4. I was the small guard. Hey, you got.
I ain't trying to argue with you. I ain't trying to fight you. If you don't need this, if you don't want this covering, I know how to cover a woman. I was taught by old school men, kind of like. But today and age, if you tell the average woman that's degreed, that's smart, that's successful, their success dictate the relationship. If you ask them to not work because you want them to be with your kids, oh my goodness.
I know. I did that.
You're the most controlling dude in the world.
I did that, baby. I fought this man. I fought that man for months. Like, you got to be. I went to school to get this. Do you understand me? Why the hell would I sit in the house and cook and clean? Why would I do that? I'm in debt. I owe the government. Do you understand me? Why?
Why?
For your children.
Exactly. Tell them, Kwame. It's for my babies. Do you understand me? And I swear to God, that was the best decision. I'm so glad he's gone now. Rest in peace to my husband. But
yeah, sorry to hear that. I think I remember you saying that. Did you say that last time?
Yeah, he died 3 years ago at work, Kwame. He was a working man. That man had 9 different jobs that he could go to at one time. Do you understand? And he still made time for his children and his wife. They were the most important thing to him. And I saw him evolve from
we need that. I'm telling you, we need that.
I know. I saw it, Kwame. And this is the message that I want to bring to StreamYard. This is the message that I want to bring to my group. Instead of us bickering, instead of the Godfather explaining to young, insecure women why they can't get a man. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Now, I mean, I know he's the Godfather. I ain't gonna whatever. But that's not the approach. We as women have to teach our young women how to be young ladies, just like the other group do they women. Okay? I know we don't have a lot of fathers in the house, but ladies, if you can, please, ladies, it's so important. Yeah, and they could turn out to be knuckleheads in the beginning, but if you would just give it some time, put forth a little effort, you can sit there and watch that knucklehead evolve into a strong, confident man, and everything he does will be for you and those children. I lived it.
That's
Okay?
what a real man is. Our purpose, our job was we'll
Provide
protect you with everything
and
we got. We
protect.
can be 2'2", and all 2'2", you'll get it if you will love and respect us like we'll love and respect you.
That's exactly right. And I tried to be as supportive. It was always a hot meal. My house was always clean. His kids was always well. I was well involved in. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah,
every couple have they whatever, but we was here. It wasn't no leaving. Ain't no
yeah.
leaving. Ain't no breaking up.
But see, society tells women, and it's sad because there's other women that will pick on a woman like you,
I know.
because society told my baby
I
mama the
get talked
same
about
thing.
all the time. Oh,
Yeah,
you don't know
yeah,
what I go through. You don't even work. What you mean? You been in the house. You don't.
yeah.
I
But
work
see,
all day
they
long.
don't know.
Ain't no
But
clock.
listen,
I don't punch a clock. Kwame, from the time
but
I
they
get up
don't
and
know
I'm
what
up
you
on
go
bed.
through. Listen, they don't
Exactly.
know. They don't know as keeping the house. You work more than they do. You
I mean,
just work for yourself. You
I'm not
keeping the
comparing
house,
to
you
their work.
keeping your
I'm not
kids.
comparing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's all about when you have a relationship and you have kids. That your house wouldn't have been the same with both of y'all at work.
That's what he was raised up like that, where both his parents was never at home,
And
and
it's
he
a
swore
situation for him. Yeah.
he didn't want his children to have. He wanted his children to have an accessible parent. Not to say that people
Isn't that
who
what's in the Bible? A woman over children. So you
work,
guys follow God's order. So you got a good outcome. And even if your kids go astray, nobody's perfect. But
no.
you taught her the ways, and she came right back to you.
Yeah, because she's seen the benefits of being able. What I said before she left, she had to go get the life experience before she could process it to be best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She had to have, and if I had to fought her,
It would have
then
been on. Because she
yeah,
your daughter now. You know how you is.
hey, Kwame, I'm glad you picked up on that. But
I picked up on that when you said, no, I'm out here now. I want to make sure everything all good.
I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying. And then and just to piggyback on Mr. Joy P, what the school don't teach your children, that's your job. It's supposed to be taught at home. It's called home training. It's literally called home training for a reason.
No, they just send them to school now and they supposed to train them.
School is a babysitter.
But you're sending them. You're sending them. The people who are teaching your children don't look like you. The people who are teaching your children a lot of times don't really care about the development of your child for real. They're just there for a paycheck. Okay,
They babysitting and getting a paycheck. That's all they're doing.
Let's just be honest.
Hold on, Akima, how you say your name? Akima's Blend. Go on, jump on in here and say something, guys. You've been very patient.
Thank you, Mr. Kima. I'm so sorry, love.
Keep going now. You better jump in.
Oh
now.
no, you're good. I appreciate the confirmation and the feedback and the different perspectives. You hit it right on the head, and I think, Miss Evangela, that we really need to address and make and put on the forefront that it starts at home.
At the house.
And I think a lot of times, yes, ma'am, and I think a lot of times where we are with the world moving so fast, all of these different distractions, all of these different potential traps for people to fall in, we got the blind leading the blind, because like the gentleman said earlier, people are procreating and having full-fledged families at a younger age, so they don't have that life experience and that road to toe to be able to learn and to have anything to compare life's their outcomes to. And so that's where wisdom comes into play. But when with these families and all of that and these kids, the system knew what it was doing when it separated the family and started taking the fathers out of the homes. But of course, it's like, we keep reiterating how the mother has to go out into the work culture and to make things happen. So now you're assuming all of the responsibility when all of that responsibility wasn't designed to be or just on the woman's and the mother's shoulders. So once they did that, the kids, they governed themselves. And then they really didn't have any teaching or anybody to lead them that has been through life's experiences and that cares about them enough, but you have to invest in your family.
That's
Period,
right.
point blank. You have to sacrifice. When we have
Sacrifice.
children,
Yes.
and Kwame, let me just say, I watch you every day. I don't know if you remember me, but I sent you the gummy bears
Oh yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
first started doing it. Yes, but I catch you every day, and you
Thank
have
you, thank
made
you.
such an impact in so many of our lives. And I'm 51 years old, and let me tell you something. I'm acquiring 17 acres of land right now in Alabama. Okay,
Woo! Hey,
and I'm
don't
gonna
tell
grow
nobody they gonna get
food,
mad.
and I'm
Listen,
gonna
they gonna
make a
put more
farmer's
pressure on
market.
me. Please don't tell the government you buying land because of a bus. Please don't tell them
I
that.
don't
Oh,
listen.
Lord.
I want the government to know. The government needs to know that people are waking up
Well,
and being proactive and taking measures. And you assume that responsibility when you be getting on these airwaves
I know.
doing
that's
what
right.
you do. Okay,
That's right.
good, bad, indifferent. But I love your passion. But you know what? You need to know that. You need to
Yes, ma'am.
know, because
That's
it
right.
has to be fuel for you at times when things get rough and when people start really, these damn detractors always coming at you
Mhm.
sideways. And I be laughing because they hating on you so bad that they look making themselves look stupid.
They look like
Right.
cowards. They
They're
look
making
like
themselves
little
look like the
cowards.
weak weasels that they are. Okay.
Look,
So
look
with
like the
that
weak
being
weasel.
said, yes, listen, don't get me started, because I'll
So
be
wait a
over
minute.
here
You
being the
mean to
cheer,
tell me?
the hoopla.
Hold
My
on.
kids be looking at me like,
Can I
well, she
ask you
must be
something?
watching Kwame again.
You mean to
Yes,
Yeah,
tell me?
I am.
I'm
You mean to
always
tell me
like
I got 51-year-old attractive, smart, beautiful women that are acquiring 17, listening to a bus?
yeah, for sure.
17.
For
Bus.
sure. For
Oh
Okay.
sure.
my God.
Oh,
Listen,
because
that's
she
what
can
they
see through
mad
the
at.
bull crap. She can see through the bull crap. That's why, Kwame. All of us aren't programmed to just go along to get along. Do you understand?
Yes.
Some of us can think for ourselves critically, which is what we need to be teaching our children. You
Mm-hmm.
know, at the end of the day, if they can't learn how to make decisions, because you make them all day long, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't teach them how to make good decisions and what is the consequence of a good decision, or the reward of a good decision, a consequence of a bad decision, then what you sending out to the world? What are you sending out to our society?
But we have to allow them to make decisions.
That's right.
We have to give them room, because they have nothing to compare it to. If we're governing and making all the decisions for them, then when they turn of age and they get out into this real world where people don't give a damn about you,
Yes,
and you
ma'am.
don't have anything to compare it to, because now you don't grew up in a house that was structurally, a certain way, and now you
Yep.
done got into the real life. Now you asking all kinds of questions, but you out here in real life right now.
I know.
But we
I
as
just
parents, it starts here, and we have to allow our children to make their own mistakes and to be there to buffer their falls, to redirect them, to grab them and lift them up when they need it, before they really mess themselves up, and hopefully they will let. But when you were talking about, because I have a 14-year-old and a 26-year-old. Okay. And my 26-year-old ran away from home at the age of 17 with a 3.8 GPA, because he got hooked up with the wrong people. 4 months, I'm out there every day looking for mine. That black boy magic, that was going to happen whether he wanted it to or not. Okay.
That's right.
So
That's right.
when you talk about allowing them to make their own mistakes, boy, that boy came home, graduated on time, because he was a senior in high school, graduated on time, and didn't lose an ounce, maintained that 3.8. And he still acted like a little knucklehead because he got a taste of them streets. But when he got home, and if he was going to stay in my home, he was going to have to follow my rules. And I had gained some training and some perspective while he was out in them streets, because I had to prepare myself for what was possibly coming home, because I wasn't going to stop until he came home. He wasn't ready for them streets.
Right.
You feel me? So once he came home, now he's 26, and I can't tell you, I look at him every day with pride, but I didn't give up on my child.
Right.
And I invested in my child.
That's
Sacrifice for my child. And when his daddy wasn't there, I didn't get bitter. I got better. I got to be a better parent.
I ain't get bitter. That's
And
good.
I got to be a better example for him. And that's what we have to do. But if we're not willing to invest in the sacrifice, because, we live in such a narcissistic society that everything is about us. Everything is about us. And that's why we're losing a whole generation. And we don't have time to be sitting back and placating and acting like, we're in denial about what is really going on. As a people, we are in trouble.
We say that part. That's the part. We in trouble and we act like we don't see it.
But people that are asleep that don't want to wake up, because it's a lot of those too. Because once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. Ask me how I know.
Right.
How you know, sis?
How
you know?
It hurts your brain trying to go back to sleep.
I know.
Listen.
I tell my kids, you know, they don't want to teach certain things in school. My kids been learning about our history in this country ever since they could remember. I make them understand, because if you don't understand from whence we have come, you'll never know what you're going to experience moving forward. You understand? Yep. You can't be out here sleep at the wheel. My kids can't just be on devices all day and all night, because some people allow their devices to raise their children. My children will not be around.
No, hold on. Let's tell the truth. They're not allowing the devices to raise them. They need the device to raise them. Yeah. They got to go to work. They got a man coming over, or the kids ready to go out. So they need that baby to go blind with that iPad this close to their face. They need that because they busy.
Well, that child ain't getting no career.
You got a lot of these parents out here that are hooked on these devices too. And that takes away from the time that you need to be spending with your legacy, with your seeds.
And speaking of that, we done made 4 hours, and I didn't know we was on here that long, because this was a great conversation, but starving.
Thank you for your time and your sacrifice.
I want to thank each and every last one of y'all. I want to thank each and every last one of y'all. Miss Evangela, thank you for sharing your story again. It's powerful. Miss what is it? Akima's Blend.
Akimi.
You guys don't how you say it? Akimi's. I'm sorry. Akimi's Blend. You guys don't understand that men now have been conditioned and trained to listen to women. So as much as Kwame talked, it's going to take women to wake up their husbands and their sons.
Right.
We don't listen to other males. We look at other males as the op.
They're not.
Yeah, we're not.
That's your brother. That is your brother. And that's what needs to be said.
The way the media has it, if I walk up the wrong street here in Atlanta, it's going to be people looking at me like, he ain't from over here. And that could be dangerous for me. So as much as we want to kumbaya, it's going to take the women to actually reprogram these young men's mind, and then have men stand beside you and guide these young boys. Because believe it or not, we have been trained to listen to women and women only. And I'm telling you, we have to get more women like you and like you, sister, on board to breathe life into these young men, because there is no black boy magic. You have kids, black males are frustrated. They're very frustrated. Yeah. And they're getting increasingly violent, because just think about it. Even to date as a successful black man, it is dangerous. To get to know a new woman right now, for me and for your son, if you have one, it is dangerous.
You got to be careful.
The higher he go, careful ain't the word. Like you almost got to disrespect a woman. You buy your own drink, you open your own door, you do everything, and then you sign this paper to say you want to have sex with me. That's disrespectful.
That's not even engagement. That's not human engagement.
It's not even normal. They want to make heterosexual sex seem like the worst thing ever. But if I turn gay or transgender, I can go get butt naked in the middle of the street.
You'll be celebrated then. You'll be highly celebrated as long as you got that flag wrapped around. Because now you're not a threat. You don't pose a threat, because you understand you've been feminized in a way.
Right.
And now you're no longer a threat.
The masculineness.
It's always about you not being a threat to the room.
Yep.
Right. But it's really the room that's threatening you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
a role reversal.
Yeah. It's complete role reversal.
Trust me.
Complete.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is, if we could find a way to come together, instead of having the manosphere against, young, insecure women or whatnot, why don't we converse and just tell each other and talk to one another and see if we can build? Because I've lived, it's a beautiful thing to watch a man go from being a D-boy to a full grown man who can stick his chest out and say, I take care of my family.
That was quiet. Oh, never mind. I ain't talking about myself.
Quad, will you behave? Please behave. I'm gonna ask you kindly. Please behave. Would you? Okay, thank you.
And I don't know, listen, I know you got to go, but I'm going to switch the subject for just 1 second. I'm going to get off of here. But I remember watching you, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I can sense the frustration. I don't know what you got going on in your personal life. It ain't nobody's business, but I can sense the frustration, and you joking, but if in case you not, don't do that, Kwame. Don't go out here and just throw caution. Okay, I know you know better, but I just, you seem kind of frustrated. So I was just like, oh no, listen, we not doing that.
Yeah. I had a bad moment.
He was weak.
Okay,
all
right.
Yeah.
As long as you rebound, we good.
Yeah, I wanted to DDT somebody, Jake the Snake him.
Not Jake the Snake. Why you had me falling out early Jake the Snake? I said, he did pull out Jake the Snake. Hey, you gonna put him in the figure four? You gonna put him in the figure
four? Yes, ma'am. I've watched all them wrestling movies. I'm gonna try something. You talking about mama? Hold up now. But I want to thank each and every last one of y'all for coming on the panel.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate you guys.
Hey, salute to you. Hey, congratulations, Sister Akima. If you're in the Atlanta area, you need somebody to help tend that land, give me a call, girl.
I appreciate you. Thank you. I remember your name too.
Oh, right, okay. Hey, Kwame, they get mad at me because every time they call you a bust, I drop a bunch of highlight videos, and now everybody mad at me.
Hey, Kwame, I'm gonna go, but you put in the attorney times today, Kwame. You what you been?
I'm so hungry right now. I couldn't. But listen. The panel was so good, I didn't want to interrupt. You guys, you know I'm always eating something. But the panel was so good, like you was sharing so much knowledge. And like I said, I definitely appreciate your time because women need to hear that. And more importantly, young men need to hear that. Men are not conditioned to listen to other men. The men that we normally listen to is the street cats that's telling us something wrong because that's what society is saying. We get up under a big homie. It's hard for a male to listen to a positive male guidance. So that's why I joke and that's why I curse to draw the young crowd in. They won't listen no other way. Right. So the older folks that the young kids already don't listen to, they're trying to tell me how to reach the young kids when they have no clue.
No, you good. You good. I've been cussing my kids out since they came out the womb. You understand me? Hey, I'm a sailor, Kwame. I just try to keep it clean on your platform. But when you watch mine, you'll see them 2 minutes gonna be real. I've been cussing their little ass out. I mean, boy, better set your ass down.
That's the thing, though.
Because that's the only thing they hear. I could be
a lot of other people don't understand our culture. That didn't mean you didn't love them. My grandma used to be like, boy, get your little black ass over here.
Thank you, man.
Look at it like, oh, I don't like my grandma. It was just, oh, shit, there you go, grandma. Let me hurry up.
You know what? Ain't nothing nobody in the street can say to me that would hurt my feelings because my mama, who I know loved me, to cuss me out, to call me all kind of stuff. I know good and well ain't nothing no person in the next street next to me gonna say to me, nigga, my mama. You understand? My mama to call me all kind of trifling heifers if my room ain't clean. You better get in here with your little trifling ass to come clean this room.
I used to think that I was the only one that was raised with somebody black or something. I'm like, why we fighting so much?
Did I tell you we came up the same way? I'm telling you, just like, listen, my mama didn't play no game. She had 4 children and 4 jobs at the same time. Why she got time to be sweet and sugarcoating anything?
She ain't got time to hear you talk loud. She ain't got time to, everything went back to, you know how hard I work? And you got the nerve to.
And your daddy come in here drunk every day and ain't bringing no money. And I got to go out and you in here. If you don't get your ass out of my face, I'll knock you into the middle of next week. I ain't never how you gonna hit me and I'm gonna wake up next Wednesday. I ain't never caught that part, but I believe you. You understand?
It felt like it.
These are the type of conversations that we must have to desensitize. We got to stop this sensitivity stuff. We was raised different. Our culture is not theirs. We was not raised to be. I'm outraged. Your grandma should have outraged you. Your mama done outraged you. Your sister done outraged you. Like, what you talking about?
Exactly.
You walk around here so sensitive, worried about everything. That's not how we was raised.
No, not at all. Because you had to have tough skin, and that's what they knew. And that's what they was building, that durability. They knew it was going to be hard on your black ass out there. So they had to train you up so you would be tough enough to take it. They had to endure it, and they was just sharing the shit with you. Take it. You understand?
Look at that. Hey, other people being real about the situation. We got to start. I hope we start being real because we continue on.
It's
But
time.
we're in trouble if we continue on like this. Letting other cultures come in our stuff, doing all this confusion, we're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, we are in trouble right now, and that's why it's time for us to turn it around and get things going in the direction it needs to be. We got a lot of young people with a lot of potential. We just got to guide them in the right direction, Kwame. And you are doing the right thing because they listen to you. They listen to you, and I hear it, I see it. And these young men need more men like you. So if it's other men out here like Kwame, stand the fuck up.
There's plenty of them. They just scared to say something because they job.
Yeah, they scared. Yep, it's a job. Somebody, how they gonna look at them?
That's all it is. I get saluted by all the men, all the women. They be like, boy, cheers on. Keep going, boy. I want to say what you saying, but nigga, I can't.
Oh, they go the other way. hey, Kwame, I ain't worked in 14 years, shawty. I ain't got no job. Hey, what's a job? You understand? When it's real.
I get that on the shirt too. Oh, I think somebody already got that. The boy from Miami, Stitches. Fuck a job. I think that's his thing.
Now, man, fuck a job. You understand? Because if we knew about entrepreneurship and how to go get money for ourselves that's not illegitimate, then we wouldn't even have to worry about what somebody else or their personal feelings toward what you had to say on the subject. That's what ownership. Yep. I got a man right around the street just bought this farm right. Hey, Kwame, I don't live far from you. I live in Powder Springs. Look, it's a man right down. I've been passing this farm for years, and it was a white farm. It's black now. I pulled up on him the other day. I just pulled in this driveway, like, sir, I don't know if you work over here or you live over here, but he was like, no, they just sold me the farm. Hey, listen, Brad, I started yapping. Me and my son get to go over there now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He gonna learn how to tend animals and raise and grow crops and agriculture. We have got to learn to come together as a collective people. We can't do this individually, one by one. We the only group that has to stand alone and try to make it. Stop playing.
And they all preach that. It's YouTubers that be like, oh, Kwame don't be by himself. He don't stand alone. First of all, I'm by myself, but my thing is, like, it's all about each one teach one. I don't know everything you know. I want to gather with other people that know skills and things that I don't. I bring my part. I'm useful in the room with what I bring. And what the knowledge and things that you bring, you help me be a better person. We all do that. That's what we used to do. We was all we had. We didn't eat at restaurants, none of that. We were all we had. Now everybody want to be alone.
What choice did we have? They didn't allow us to come nowhere. We couldn't go in. We couldn't. If we could, we were so disrespected. You couldn't even give your money up in dignity. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, through the back. Go, and you don't get the good pieces. You don't get the good cuts. You get, you know what I'm saying, the jacked up cuts.
And the feet.
Come on, man. We got to learn to love one another enough to care about each other and come together as a collective. That's the only way to move forward. Because I swear to God, if a race war broke off today,
we in trouble.
We are fucked.
It ain't gonna take but 2-3 days to get up.
Fuck.
We're gonna run out of bullets. They're gonna stop giving us guns. And then most of these niggas out of shape and some of them ain't up but 100 pounds because they want to be like the rappers.
Soaking wet. Little bitty with the damn guns they carry be bigger than they are. And they talk about how hard they is dropping bars.
They're gonna be jumping on women back, talking about, girl, you been strong this time. Come on now, run.
Hey, Kwame, I'm gonna hit him with a boat. Make that nigga with a boat. Hey, you better get your ass up.
Well, I definitely appreciate you that.
Bye, Kwame. I love that.
You come back anytime. You as funny as I don't know what. You see me open this panel, you please come back.
Hey, every time, Kwame. Salute, brother.
Salute to you, yes, ma'am.
All right, Kwame. Look.
Hey, look, she don't play no games. Well, that is a funny woman. Well, I gotta go check out her YouTube page.
She's hilarious, man. But look, I know you're hungry, man. I'm hungry as hell too. I'm gonna let you go eat.
Yeah.
Now I was just saying, every time they say you're a bust, man, they get mad at me because I'm dropping on your highlight tapes. Oh, Kwame did this. I know he dunked like that. I know he smacked. Go look it up, man. Stop just listening to what you hear, man. Go research.
I'm gonna go check out some of your videos. I saw one of them that somebody sent to me. When I think it was Tim Duncan or somebody I was playing against. But yeah, man, it was a great video. They don't show videos like that. They show the ones where I'm out of shape. They show the ones where I'm coming off injury. I'm very honest with them about it. You can look at my body, my face, and everything and tell the difference between an in shape, any player, and an out of shape player. That's why I said what I said about James Harden. And then lo and behold, Stephen A said it right after that. He said, is James Harden going to lose any weight? So I know they're watching. He's never said this prior to me saying James Harden need to lose 10 or 15 pounds. Now all of a sudden he said James Harden need to lose weight. So, you know, they definitely watching. But
man,
I
listen.
appreciate you, my brother. And if you put some more videos up, you guys go join 7420 TV. And I'm going to go check out your videos. If you need me to come over there and you got a topic you want me to talk about and you live, I'll join in and check in, you know, for the free. Because I heard about what these guys charge to interview. Goodness gracious, I might be missing out.
All right, man. I'm let you go eat, man. Salute. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'll watch every time you go live, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, I'm going to eat before I eat this damn coconut oil. This shit look like I can eat it. I'm hungry as hell. But y'all have a blessed day. I did not know I was going to go this long. I got my keys. I got my chakras. I got to go get some food. That was a great conversation, though. We need more conversations like that. Hopefully other YouTubers can see that you don't got to just be talking shit all day just to have a live. You can let the people up and have a conversation and a dialogue. It don't always got to be about you. Let people share their testimony because it can help other people. So shout out to We the People. Salute to everybody who came on the panel. Salute to the people who super chatted and cashed app. Shout out to Carcino, Self-Talk, Cousin Joey, the old wily veteran that'll still beat your ass, or probably worse. Nah. And shout out to Jim's from Kwame Brown. Shout out to Sister T. Shout out to Gravity Takeout, Forgotten Kings. Salute to Mr. Skinny for not putting them in the Dulo twist, for letting the people see who they really are. Thank you for Mr. Fair Use for that video. The editing skills are amazing. Shout out to Self-Talk, Carcino, It's Been Real. Who else? The Ag Show TV. Who am I missing? Kwame Brown, Greatest Fans. And if I'm missing you, I apologize. Salute to all the moderators. Oh, shout out to Miss Spitting Fire. I see her in the chat. Oh, well, I saw somebody say her name. Oh, shout out to my boy Straight Talk TV. He had me dying laughing. Straight Talk, I gotta go finish watching a video that you put up, I think yesterday or the day before. But yeah, shout out to Straight Talk TV. Straight Talk, salute to you. And if I ever forget anybody, you know, I'll get you on the next one. Shit, you know, I'm hungry. And I ain't had sour diesel in 4 hours and 17 minutes and 54 seconds, 55, 56, 57. Oh. Salute to y'all. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm gone.